What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Quill Will, and we are back. The Three Guys with Common Sense podcast, signing in for my co-host, my partners in crime, the other two guys with common sense on this show. We got Avatar slang. You can't say the slang without ang. Was good.
Nothing. My drink of the day is homemade lemonade.
I thought that was homemade piss.
It might have been homemade piss.
You just wanted to say that, Mike.
It looks like homemade piss. I'm sorry.
What
kind of lemonade's yellow. It's just regular lemonade. I put a little lime in it.
A little lime, no cucumber. It's not cucumber water, not celery juice, nothing like that. Not today. It's basic.
No, it's just basic.
Oh, you got the basic bitch lemonade, huh?
Damn it.
Oh no, Minute Maid is.
Minute Maid. That'll do. And we got Prosecco Mike
Yes.
Money.
Yes, sir.
Mikey Rose.
Well, I just got some wine. I'm sorry to cut you off. I got to get right to my Micah logs, my opening Micah logs. See what had happened was, Trump, he's full of it. You know why? Because you don't get COVID, check into the hospital, and within 48 to 72 hours, you out of there giving a thumbs up, hitting your hands on the railings. Trump, let me tell you something, man. You are full of shit. Between how you get COVID on Thursday and you out the hospital waving at folks on Monday. It just don't work that way when you are obese, 88,000-year-old white man who's a racist bigot and you're still a smuck. That's still a smuck. And also, you like to fuck sluts. And also, your daughter's a slut. Off to the podcast. Welcome to the show.
Don't forget he likes to grab him by the pussy.
Grab him right by the kitty cat.
Yeah.
He likes to grab him right from the song on B-Day.
And that was our take from the $750 hoe himself.
$750 hoe. As
like
long as
money.
you don't confuse me with Mo.
I'm sipping Crown Royal Black. We're not getting paid for that, but Crown Royal Black is my drink of choice here today.
Crown Royal, call us up. We'll do sponsors.
Come holler.
I'll tag him in the next video.
All right, go ahead. Whose piss you gonna tag?
Myself, talking Philly.
There you go. Tonsofpotential.com. Let's get right to it.
All right. So NBA. Oh man, we got some news here out of Philadelphia. Glenn Rivers, head coach, Philadelphia 76ers.
We talked it into existence last podcast. We was talking about Doc Rivers and the man himself, Mr. Great in the regular season and kind of piss poor in the playoffs. Doc Rivers, formerly known as Doc Rivers. Now he's just Glenn. Because go ahead.
Because Mark Zumoff, the voice of the 76ers, says there is only one Doc in Philadelphia, and that's the man that took a picture with Mike.
Yes, it is.
As a kiddo.
And that is Julius the Dr. Irvin. Other than that, the only Doc we recognize is Dr. Phil.
Kind of.
What? He's not no doctor.
The only doctor that I want to slaughter is the one that killed Michael Jackson. What was his name?
Conrad Murray.
Yeah, Conrad fucking Murray. Fuck you, Conrad Murray. How you gonna kill the king of pop?
Easy, just do it.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
All right. Well, let me throw some stats at you.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
As far as Doc Rivers, what does he have to do?
No, who the hell is that?
No, who's Doc? It's
that?
Glenn. It's Glenn.
No, it's Glenn.
As far as Glenn Rivers,
Thank you.
is there anything he could do to earn the Doc name?
Hell no.
No. Win a championship.
No. Dr. J won one and broke, and has a Hall of Fame resume.
Glenn
So Doc has to win like 2 or 3.
We ain't won 1 cent. So he get a championship, we consider it.
No, Glenn.
I think he has to win 2.
No, he has to go get his doctorate for real. He has to go down there to Villanova with Quill and do his FAFSA and
He can't afford Villanova.
Damn it. He need to do his FAFSA. He need to go in his little trust fund that his parents left him and see what he can do.
Nobody afford Villanova
to get his doctorate.
See, Philly has been fortunate. They've had Dr. J, and I think we only allowed Roy Halladay, rest in peace, to have the Doc title because he played baseball, so it's not quite the same. He could be Doc, and Doc is also he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, Roy Halladay is better at his sport than Dr. J was at his sport.
No.
No, Mike, he got a point.
No.
He doesn't want to hear it because Mike is semi-racist.
No, isn't he not semi-racist? He just semi-bigoted to baseball. That's all.
Nope.
He's gonna be like, well, Mr. All Lives Matter, disrespecting Dr. J.
No, may Roy Halladay rest in peace. But Roy Halladay, I can't tell the difference between you and Sammy Sosa anymore. So continue.
Wow. Well, I mean, Sammy looks. I had a joke
there. Why you look pink?
Damn it, he looks like the Pink Panther.
There you go.
No.
He looks like Patrick Star.
He actually looks like SpongeBob in the face.
Sheesh. All right, let's get to
it. I hate you all. So what are y'all takes on the Glenn Rivers hire? What are y'all thinking?
Let me give you some stats on him. Because I'm familiar with Doc Rivers as a head coach because he was the head coach of the Orlando Magic from 1999 to 2003, which
isn't that his worst stint?
Fuck you. Which he won a Coach of the Year for turning the franchise around. He went 171 and 168. And in the playoffs, he went 5 for 10. So that's why he got fired from there. Then he went
5 for 10 or 5 and 10?
5 and 10. I'm sorry. We early in the pod, y'all. I'm so sorry. Then he went to the Celtics from 2004 to 2013, which he went 416 and 305. Then in the playoffs, of course, he had 2 finals appearances. He went 59 and 47. Then he got traded to the Clippers, and he went 356 for 172 losses. Then in the playoffs, he went 27 and 32.
So it's been a mixed bag, essentially.
It's been
a lot of regular season.
Can I add a little context?
Please do.
I don't care for playoff records more than I care for series wins, because that doesn't account for which series are long, which series are short. You know what I mean? Each year is its own thing.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, you know what? We got to see what they're going to do to build the team around Glenn's coaching schemes and coaching habits. He already came out, folks, and said that he doesn't want to trade Ben Simmons and Embiid. And
his choice.
He's not the GM anyway, which I was about to say anyway. But he's not the GM, so
not yet.
I don't think we're doing that. Doesn't matter. I'm part of Heat Nation anyway.
Damn it. Well, so he's gonna run them two as the focal points of his team. I don't know what else is gonna happen because the offseason has to come. And good luck trying to trade Horford because I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, hey, unless you can get a disgruntled Buddy Hield.
Why on earth would the Kings take that?
Buddy don't want to.
The Kings aren't smart.
Well, Vlade Divac is no longer the GM, so things might be different.
Well, they don't hire smart people.
Well, isn't Shaq still the minority owner?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Sacramento Queens.
He went from calling them the Sacramento Queens to being a minority owner. Only Shaq.
Competitive stuff and financial stuff is different.
They should move back to Kansas City anyway.
Yeah.
No, I've been in the Midwest. No, they shouldn't.
You ever been to Sacramento?
No, but I imagine it's different I imagine it's a little bit more simple than the Midwest. If anything, they should just transfer to Seattle.
Sacramento's like Springfield, Pennsylvania.
Which Springfield? Delaware County?
Pennsylvania.
There's actually a couple Springfields near each other.
So
the one that Simpsons live in is more entertaining.
Since y'all like to slander the WWE.
Who?
Oh man.
Wait a minute. I've been calling it the WWF. Why don't they have that name anymore?
Because it conflicted with the WWF, the World Wildlife Foundation.
The real WWF. They save animals. All y'all do is do fake moves.
Damn it.
And jump into y'all punches that don't make contact.
Damn it.
So, on an episode of SmackDown, The Rock made fun. The Rock.
This came on UPN.
It might actually have come on UPN.
Okay.
The Rock made fun of Sacramento, and this is actually one of his most famous vignettes. He had come back from Hollywood. He was in his Hollywood rock theme, which he was a heel. He was a bad guy. And he had a song.
Are you really about to sit here and tell us about The Rock's vinaigrettes?
No, vignettes.
I'm so sorry. I thought you was about to tell us about his salads and shit. Go ahead and tell us about The Rock's vineyards.
So basically, the lyrics go like, "I'm leaving Sacramento, Sacramento, here I go." While he's playing the guitar, they got some fat assed women there, and Rock's gonna get me none. Well, I might take a plane, I might take a train. How do you people live here? You must be insane. I'm leaving Sacramento, Sacramento, I won't stay. Here's the kicker. Follow it. But I'll be sure to come back when the Lakers beat the Kings in May.
Oh, man.
This is around the time where the Lakers were killing the Kings in the finals. So it was, I'm not, the Western Conference playoffs.
What year? 2001?
Every year.
When they swept them? Well, you know they swept them in 2001, and then in 2002, that's when the controversial.
It was the controversial. Yeah. That was the
series.
Controversial. So because that happened in 2003.
Well, thank you so much for singing to us, Quilly Levert, because you sound nothing like Gerald. Well, you probably sound like Gerald right now.
Should call him Quilly Joel.
Yeah, but he has the makeup of Gerald Levert, so he actually does sound like Gerald Levert right now.
Yeah, I could come through this screen and pluck you on your forehead right now.
What's funny is I'm making that joke to Derek because I guarantee Derek doesn't know what I'm alluding to by saying that he sounds like Gerald Levert right now.
He has no clue. He didn't follow that.
Okay, so we're just gonna move on because Gerald Levert's been dead for like 15 years.
Yep.
That's what you meant?
Yeah, I said he sounds like a dead man.
I think his niece listens to his podcast.
Gerald Levert?
Yeah.
Yeah,
his family is from my area or something.
All right, well we can skip over that. So, you can write that out.
So let's
just put a time mark on that.
Let's get to Mr. Heat Nation over here. Avatar slang. What's going on? It's the finals. What's happening? Heat down 2-1, but with a big win in Game 3. What you thinking?
I'm thinking that their two best players were injured.
Okay.
You like my analysis?
Damn it.
Sure.
No, they were the reasons. Those are the reasons I had them winning in 6. Without the reasons, it's kind of just the Lakers, being lucky.
Lucky?
Well,
no, they're skilled. Don't get me wrong, but the Lakers do fall into fortune. That is true.
They've always fell into fortune since Wilt Chamberlain. They fell into fortune.
Like what they're doing on the court takes skill. Clearly, like they are very AD and LeBron. That's a match made in heaven. Immensely talented because their supporting cast. That's not a championship supporting cast.
Absolutely.
But
not.
AD and LeBron are so good together that they can mask a lot of that. So them getting the random 2 threes from Rondo a game, that's a lot.
Well, Rondo's been shooting over 40% from 3 in the playoffs this year.
But
for whatever reason, he's hot.
That's what I'm saying. Every game is happening about.
Let's not forget, as of right now, AD might be the Finals MVP.
No, I don't think he is after that 15-point joint.
No, I was saying before. I'm thinking that we about to talk about the last game leading into this game.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, continue point.
As of the point before the game that just happened, he was the Finals MVP in my opinion until he basically was a no-show in game. What's that? Game 3.
Yes,
he was a no-show in Game 3. So you're about to hand that trophy over, like people like to say. You're about to hand that trophy over to LeBron James, Mr. Unibrow himself. But that's okay because y'all probably talked it out with y'all agent in y'all little group chat that you have.
Do you think Anthony Davis could take some of the hair from his unibrow and donate it to LeBron's hairline?
Doubtful.
Damn it.
Wow, you're becoming more and more like us every day, Slanger.
That's the real me.
I love it.
Well, he should have got his unibrow fixed when he got his teeth fixed.
That's not where I was going to go.
Speaking
I
of
wasn't
new
going to be
teeth,
that mean.
speaking of new teeth, Rick Ross got new teeth.
Yeah, he got new
Okay.
teeth right from Colombia.
Yeah.
Cocaine white. Cocaine
Remember
white.
that joke y'all made when you were like, "What do you care about?"
Sure.
This is one of those times when you can ask that because whatever.
You could care. You couldn't care any less.
Okay, well let's get on to game 3 and talk about Jimmy Michael Jordan Butler. How he went for 40+ points with no 3-pointers. That's the type of games that I love to watch.
You mean Jimmy?
Don't do it.
Bill Russell Butler.
Stop it.
Bill Russell.
I mean, did it say height?
Damn it.
You're not going to slander
As
Bill
far
Russell.
as hustling, you're correct.
Yeah, and being defensive and having heart.
Damn it.
You're not going to slander
Jimmy.
How am I slandering him? I'm a Heat Nation guy. Jimmy is our king right now.
Well, speaking of King, Jimmy is a better version of Bernard King. How about that?
There you
I don't
go.
see it.
And as far as saying that Bernard King will score 100 points but lose a game, but Jimmy Butler will score 40 and win you a game.
Honestly, I think Jimmy. Okay. I didn't think that. To me, it took a Herculean effort for Herculean effort.
He didn't say Herculean.
You can't even pronounce the damn word.
I never saw the word, so I'll never say that vocabulary word.
You majored in communications, Quill?
Yes. My degree is in broadcast journalism with a minor in English.
And I should still be on Hooked on Phonics, so.
Oh, and I have a master's in business ethics and compliance.
The only time I ever had a master's in anything was when I fell asleep and woke up and the master's was on my TV by accident.
Oh, okay. You didn't get my beta joke in there, but
The only beta that I ever had was LimeWire beta. Oh, and I had a beta fish once, but it died within 2 days.
I don't even know what that is.
Just a stupid ass fish that you used to buy from Walmart.
Honestly,
that came in the little homemade lemonade cup.
Oh, see, I would never got
the same one you drinking your piss out of.
Yeah.
First of all, y'all acting like y'all never saw lemonade before. Lemonade is yellow.
Not like that yellow.
I don't know what to tell you. That means you drink. You drink Minute Maid, Mike. What are you talking about? No, you drink Sunkist lemonade.
No, I drink Simply.
I saw you drink a can of lemonade one time.
No, you didn't see me. That wasn't me.
Denial.
That was just somebody that looked like me. But don't talk about my past.
So let's get to Jimmy. Let's get to Jimmy here. I just thought it took the best game that Jimmy's gonna have this series for them to win that game, and he's gonna have to top that for them to win tonight.
Well, they get Bam tonight.
Bam's basically been their best player, right?
Bam
throughout the whole year.
I think it's been. See, they're
Jimmy
gonna try to keep
score with ease.
They're gonna try to keep Bam out of foul trouble, so they don't start Bam on AD. It's been proven you can't put any of those small guys on AD. He's gonna score.
They're all small.
He can score on Bam. But the thing is, though, I feel like at this point, even with Bam playing, that's going to be less than 100%. Well, honestly, everybody's less than 100% at this point. Yeah. But he is far less than 100%. I don't know if he's going to be able to get in there and bang with some of those guys down in the low post.
Who bangs in the low post anymore in today's NBA?
You think it's too hard, man.
Be like me. Don't think at all.
Wow. I mean, that's helpful.
Like you gave Dwight Howard credit for being a post defender. They're not playing in the post.
Don't matter. Dwight Howard's going to the Hall of Fame anyway.
Yes, but that's
you're on to something.
Okay.
I just randomly wanted to say that because Dwight's my boy.
And people need to be reminded because people really don't believe that Dwight Howard's not going to the Hall.
Well, I don't need to be reminded, so let's not talk about him.
You're right. Move on.
Yeah, because you actually have common sense. That's why you're here.
There we go.
No, it's going to be interesting to see. I think the Lakers are going to try to establish AD after a down game. And I think they're going to go after Bam. You want to maybe get him in foul trouble, get him off the floor, keep him off the floor.
Can we talk about how they're not playing zone anymore?
Because they crushed the Heat zone in the first two games.
Yeah.
I think Eric Spoelstra is just going to outcoach Frank Vogel. Period.
You think so?
For the rest of the series, I've been experienced with Frank Vogel. Almost said intimately, like I've been in bed with the homie. Because he was the coach of the Orlando Magic, and my rival team, the Miami Heat, because I'm a Magic fan, has big Eric Spoelstra.
That's your rival?
Yeah, I used to call him Eric Spermhead, but that was in my past. So Eric Spoelstra is going to outcoach Frank Vogel and rally his team back with Pat Riley.
You firmly believe that, so you're going to change your pick. You firmly believe that the Heat are going to win this series.
The only thing that I firmly believe is that the FBI killed JFK. I don't know about anything else.
You mean CIA?
Whatever.
Well, CIA, ABC, ACDC,
HIV, you know, government all behind it. Same thing.
Yes.
Don't listen to none of this, y'all. They don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, no.
Well, they tried to say the FOI killed Malcolm X when it was obviously the FBI.
This is true.
You just said that because the FBI is famous. You don't know anything about the FBI killing Malcolm X.
They did. It wasn't. They tried to say it was the FOI.
Definitely wasn't them.
Nope. Praise be Allah.
So, you done with the Miami Heat?
We was talking about the Heat, and I started talking about Malcolm X.
No, I still got Lakers in 6. I think the Lakers are going to come back, win tonight.
Heat Nation. I'm down with my Florida team.
We are Heat Nation.
Yes, we are.
I got the Lakers in a blowout tonight.
Okay.
How do you predict these things?
Lakers in a blowout.
With his Masters.
Yep.
His Masters and his Masters that his dad left him. Like the guy did on College Dropout.
I don't even know if my dad got his high school. You know what?
Damn it.
That's another story.
Damn it. And that's your twin, too.
Want to talk football?
Damn. Well, I got the Heat tonight. I got the Heat tying the series up 2-2.
The game's going to be over by then.
What do you think, Slacker?
You know what? We might as well say who's going to win the series by the time we come back.
Yeah.
The parade be done happen.
Lakers in 6 still. Lakers in 6.
It's probably going to have to be Lakers in 6 because Dragic, I did a deep dive on that injury.
No way he's coming back.
No
way.
Even if he comes back, he can't be normal because it's not pain management injury. Something is torn.
I read a report that said he questioned God.
Are you being?
No, I'm being serious.
Because he was having a moment.
Yeah, he questioned God. He said, "Why did God do this to me? Why did you do this to me?"
Yeah, he was having a moment. Like at his peak, he has Finals MVP potential.
I'll be the eyeball though. Heat in 7.
Oh.
I don't believe it, but I'm just saying it just to be the eyeball. I want to be CBS.
I can see it actually.
I can see you too.
I can see it too. Wow. Okay. So moving on.
It was a CBS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Jay-Z, Can I Live?
So I keep one eye open like CBS. You see me stressed, right?
Can I Live?
Who made that corny line?
Come on.
Stop it.
All you got to do is answer my question.
There will be no Sean Carter. So first of all, it's not a valid question because it's not a corny line because it comes from one of the greatest verses from the greatest rapper of all time.
I like that.
See, I got my mic impression on. It's October. It's Halloween.
See, I can't say stuff like that. So
I'll let Quill can't either.
Damn it.
Says who?
I just said it. They didn't hear me?
Who put you in charge? Who put you in charge of the praise due to the Most High, Hove, Jay-Z?
There's no such thing as a rap goat. I need y'all to understand that.
There is.
There is.
You just don't know how to pick one.
There's no such thing.
He praises the guy that.
In the art world, there's no such thing.
You only say that because the guy that you like the most isn't the GOAT. That I've realized that's what people say. That's what people do.
That's a fair assessment, but in my case, it's wrong.
The guy that he praises made high definition, so you know.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, but he makes songs better than "Love My Life."
No, it's not.
But then again,
listen to what I said. I say high definition was better.
I know you didn't.
Oh, cool. Don't try to muddy it up.
Kick Push isn't better than "I Love My Life."
You don't even believe that.
Mike, you already look like you don't believe the words coming out of your mouth.
I just lied.
But yeah, no, okay, but fine. If we want to segue for a second,
Kick Push is the top 75 hip hop song of all time.
Of all time?
You guys are so old, it kills me. Did you like
75? It might be 74.
Yo,
who even cares if it's top 75?
Slanger about to have
It's just that's why I use tears like good, great. It's a great song. I don't care if it's 75 or 100.
It's not Fight the Power, but it's better than WAP.
So yeah, my take has nothing to do with Lupe being the my favorite or nothing. Because he's my favorite, not because remember, like I said, it has nothing to do with his favorite. His skill hit me later on. He was my favorite because of what he talked about.
Who was your favorite before him again?
Kanye.
Before him.
I didn't grow with a favorite. I just liked songs.
I thought you told me one time. I don't want to say it if you were just saying it to be funny or something.
No, say it. I probably don't remember.
Oh, I thought you told me that 50 Cent was your favorite.
I grew up liking him a lot, but that wasn't like the rap perspective. I just liked the songs.
Okay.
That wasn't like a deep hip hop.
I wasn't trying to be funny or nothing. I just didn't.
I do remember that conversation.
I didn't want to say it, and you'd be like, "I never said that shit." I'd be like, "Oh, I didn't know you was joking or not."
I got you. No, I do remember that conversation.
All right.
But let's get into some football.
So yeah, football.
COVID
Eagles have life. Eagles have life.
Number one in the division.
At 1-2-1. They're going up against Pittsburgh this week.
That's a good defense to go against.
So I mean, San Francisco had a good defense too.
Injured defense though.
How's your
they're still good.
How's your run defense?
Who, the Eagles?
Yeah. I got a Connor as my running back. So I need
Speaking of
our run defense is usually good, but how's it this year?
It's still really good outside of the Rams game.
Damn.
So speaking of in fantasy, in one league, not our league, that I'm shitting on everybody in.
You're not even going to win the whole thing. It's all about the bye weeks. You got to be built for the bye weeks.
I am built for the bye weeks. I have depth.
We'll see.
So in one league, 2 people dropped Derrick Henry and Connor. So I'm praying to God.
What league is this? The Stevie Wonder League?
The person that you cannot stand that I'm trying to win money in.
Ray Charles.
I'm trying to make they dropped them because of the COVID situation. You didn't know how long they was going to be out or whatever. And it's
a week.
It could have been longer. They said they're closed indefinitely until this all passes.
Listen, they didn't build in enough bye weeks. Whoever did that doesn't know what they're doing.
So no, they were both desperate because they both were 1-3. So they need players to actually play. So I swooped in.
You stash them, man.
No, I'm swooping in, and hopefully, prayerfully, I can land both Derrick Henry and Connor. That would be the best situation. I doubt I get either one of them because I'm 11th out of 12th in waiver order, and there's no way I'm getting either. I don't think I'm getting either one of them. But shit, they sat on waivers, and I don't know why I didn't look last week. They sat on waivers all week. So I'm like, nobody claimed them for 5 days. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'll get lucky. I probably should have claimed them and looked at free agency. For all our fantasy football people, check free agency every day. People do dumb shit.
Stop giving them tips. I'm not trying to inform them.
I usually check it every 2 days.
Yeah, every day or two. Stay on it. For everybody who plays fantasy basketball every day.
All right, get back to the real football. So you can talk about y'all team, and I can talk about mine. Because we're both winners this week.
So the Eagles showed life. I thought Carson Wentz showed a little bit of life at the end of the Cincinnati game. And outside of the pick, which was due to pressure, he probably should have tucked that and took the sack. But outside of the pick, I thought Carson played pretty well given the circumstances. I mean, he's used to this. Down his top 4 wide receivers. Literally all the offensive line outside of Jason Kelsey were backups for most of the game because Lane Johnson tweaked his ankle again. No Dallas Goedert. He played about as well as you could expect. He made plays with his legs. He put a couple moves on the guy, I believe it was Jimmy Ward. He put him on skates. for an option play, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't think they run enough of that because Carson is dangerous as a runner in the open field. And I thought they played. I thought he was pretty well. He played pretty well given the circumstances. He missed some throws. I'm one of the rare people who doesn't expect a quarterback to make every throw because that's impossible. Because if they made every throw, they'd be 40 for 40 for 600 yards every game. You're going to miss throws. It's about making key throws. That's my opinion. And I felt Carson made just about every key throw in that game. Defense, I thought played really well until they brought in the backup quarterback. You never really game plan for the backup. They did really well with the backup quarterback
Good cliche,
in there.
by the way.
Yeah, but in the end, it took them a long time to score the first time, which hindered them on that last drive trying to score, allowing the Eagles to win that game. I thought the defensive line was great. They've been playing really well outside of the Rams game. So, and Darius Slay is worth every penny that the Eagles signed him for, and the draft pick they traded. He's worth every penny and then some. He's been a revelation. Moved Jalen Mills back to corner. It'll be interesting to see. We got Pittsburgh this weekend. I'm trying to make a friendly wager with my boss, who's a Steelers fan, and with the lady of the house, who's also a Steelers fan. So maybe I can get a little richer.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, because all they do is throw up the six rings, six rings thing, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of that. And she's yelling compared to my one. Fucker.
Wow.
This is why girls don't argue sports.
This is verbal abuse, everyone. I don't condone it.
And she
she was only tell her she was only around for 2.
Damn
she's
like that's too job an argument for my taste.
Yeah, because the ones before that was Terry Bradshaw. I haven't seen him skinny at all ever in my life. He always had a bald head.
And I think he was fat when he played. That's another story for another time.
Yeah, he was kicking back beers. You got anything on your Eagles before I get to my Saints, Slanger?
Fire Howie.
Damn it.
Yeah, we shouldn't have this lack of depth. It's pretty bad. And we're handicapped. Next year after that, 51 million over the cap next year. 51 million over the cap.
Well, there is a GM out there that's looking for a new job that got fired over the weekend. Well, got fired on Monday.
Fuck Bob. Fuck Bob.
Who's
Fuck
Bob?
Bob. Fuck Bob because he left Penn State high and dry. Fuck him.
What? Who are you talking about?
And the clique he claimed.
O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien. Fuck that dude.
This is why you need my socialist rant. Penn State is just an establishment made by Western society. There's no reason you need to worship it this much. It was an even exchange. You paid for, you gave them money, they gave you education.
You will never slander the Pennsylvania State University ever again on this podcast.
I didn't slander them.
Penn State.
I didn't slander them. I'm just saying, are they not educational establishment?
You will not.
If that's slander, then you might need to look at your degree again.
I will not stand for any slanger, any back talk, any sort of negative discourse on the Pennsylvania State University.
Well, good thing you're sitting. Good thing you're sitting. Now, let me get to my Saints win, who beat Detroit in Detroit. Eminem ain't walking through that door. Royce the 5'9" ain't walking through that door. And Trick didn't send any hitmen out for them to get a win. Because guess what? Who that nation came to y'all building and got a W. Yes, we let people put up points on our defense that's supposed to be a top 10 defense. But hell, we got a noodle arm of a quarterback, and he threw over 10 yards passing this game.
That's a new development.
Yes. So, I'm happy that we got the W. It was ugly at some points. We was down 14-0 in the beginning over some fluke stuff. Breeze threw a pick that got tipped and blah, blah, blah. But Kamara has been, you talking about worth every penny like D. Slay. Kamara got paid, and he's been earning his money. He's been really earning his money.
Oh, big bucks. Because, you know, and Kamara is one of those backs that will last in the league because he's not between the tackles guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys. He's not going to get a ton of carries, but he makes so much sense in that offense as a piece in the passing game.
Yep.
Because he's elite pass catcher. I don't know if he's a route runner necessarily. I don't watch a lot of the Saints, but he's so good out of the backfield catching the football.
And he's hard to tackle. And he bounces off people like I've never seen.
How blessed have the Saints been to have that type of back practically the last 10 years between.
It's never been like this.
Between Kamara and the way they use Sproles. I mean, they basically, the way they use Sproles is almost similar to the way they use Kamara, but they just bump it up because Kamara is a better talent. Yeah. And the great thing about Kamara is he's going to be around for a long time because he didn't even get carries at Tennessee. He was not really the bell cow back there. So
he's what we wanted out of Reggie Bush. If we want to go back a little further.
Exactly.
But
well, I'm going to be that guy right now. Ruin it. It's football. Go right ahead.
Damn it. But we played the Chargers on Monday night. DJ Khaled's doing the music. Whatever. He's from New Orleans, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But he cheers.
DJ Khaled.
But he cheers for the Dolphins, I think.
Wait, did y'all guys know that Khaled's first name and last name is Khaled?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Khaled.
He's Khaled.
Yep. All right. Moving on. Who y'all play? Oh, y'all play the Steelers.
We got the Steelers Sunday. I think Sunday afternoon.
4:25.
4:25. So that's the national game, I believe.
Well, if COVID don't hit.
Yeah. Well, actually, development. The Steelers Tom Wolf, the governor of Pennsylvania, is now allowing large events. So for stadiums, you're allowed to have 15% capacity. So Pittsburgh will have fans on Sunday. Philadelphia has not made that determination yet for fans because they have to go on the city ordinance. And right now in Philadelphia, those large events are still banned.
Till March, right?
For right now, that could change.
Hopefully they change it before the Saints-Eagles game.
Philly can't handle what Pittsburgh can handle. I've been there. Totally different.
Yeah, we throw snowballs at Santa Claus.
That's not what I was saying.
Oh.
I was saying as
we
far
got
as
rid
the
of hip-hop.
population.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just about the population. You're ready to go crazy. Let's talk about the population.
Yeah, because our population consists of Joey Jihad and Reed Dollars.
No. Just the number. Just the population.
You can't forget Quilly Mills.
Quilly Mills.
No, you can't forget about him. Very forgettable. Actually, one of the most forgettable people in Philly existence.
Petey Crack.
Skino.
Yeah, he does art now. Shout out to Oskino.
No, I'm going to check it out. I like art. Like he's a fine artist, that type of art?
No, yeah, he makes art. He paints.
Nice.
He draws. Yeah, it's on his Instagram. Shout out to Oskino.
I didn't know he was on Instagram.
That's cool. So, what you like y'all against the Chargers, Mike?
I hope so.
Justin, speaking of Chargers, real quick, a quick aside. The doctors of the Chargers knew what they were doing when they punctured Tyrod Taylor's lungs. Because this dude, Justin Herbert, is playing very well, and their coach said that it is Tyrod Taylor's job. I don't know how you can put Tyrod Taylor back in after this.
First of all, I would have never drafted anybody with the last name Herbert, because the only Herbert I know is the pedophile from Family Guy.
You don't know Dr. Herbert from The Simpsons?
No.
I know Dr. Nick from The Simpsons. Hi, everybody.
The black doctor on Simpsons.
Oh, that guy that laughs like that. I never knew his name. I just thought that was Cleveland's dad.
Wow. So
what happened to Dr. Nick?
I don't know. You don't watch Simpsons anymore, so how would you know?
I haven't watched The Simpsons since like 2003.
I watched yesterday.
I don't watch The Simpsons at all. I've never got into The Simpsons. Two shows I never got into: The Simpsons and The Rugrats. I hated the Rugrats.
We're not doing this.
Hated the Rugrats.
That has too much segue potential.
Two shows I never got into: Wild Thornberrys and The L Word. What's your two, Derek?
The L word. That is random as hell.
Very random. I don't even know how to answer that right now.
That's like me. That's like me saying 6 feet under. I never got into 6 feet under in The Wire. Well, I never did get into The Wire. It's not bad. I just never got into it.
I never got past episode 3 of The Wire.
Y'all need to watch more shows, man.
I actually want to watch it.
It's on HBO Max.
I tried to watch it, but
Okay.
my wife wants me to watch it with her, but she claims that our son is too young to see that type of violence, and I don't.
So she put you in a trap.
Yeah, I don't want him to grow up to be DMX or anything like that. You know, the better version of Tupac.
I don't see the correlation, but I guess you do. That's what matters.
Well, Snoop Dogg said that he's the rebirth of Tupac.
I don't care.
That's what Snoop Dogg said.
Fine. How about this? I'll be disrespectful and say keep them both, but let's move on.
Damn it. Damn it.
So,
You're not gonna disrespect Lasani Crooks on my time.
whatever word you just said meant nothing to me.
No, that's Tupac's original birth name, Lasani
I
Crooks.
don't care about none of that.
You're
He
not
doesn't
gonna.
even know.
Just 'cause
He doesn't even know where he's from. Move on.
Sonny Crooks. That makes me, just because you say someone's name doesn't make me want to disrespect them less. Okay, he has a first and last name like us.
That
Big-
sounds like
big deal.
he sounds like a manager at Old Country Buffet.
Speaking of which,
Sound
shout
like
out to
a
Old
character.
Country Buffet. You remember those goddamn fucking little mini filet of fish squares?
No,
at Old
I-
Country
No.
Buffet?
No, I
don't.
remember when I used to go in the middle of the day, and then the bus would come, and I'd be pissed because then all the people be slobbering all over the food.
Wait, what?
No, don't let him. Do not let him expand on that.
Don't
Do
let me
not
say
let him
it.
expand that.
Don't let me say it.
Just
let
go
your
ahead.
mind wander.
No,
Let your mind wander.
because
let me say
we're gaining followers.
Yes,
We're
don't
gonna
let me
keep going.
say it. Don't make you do it.
So,
So let's move on to the biggest topic of the day. Before we do that, I wanted to shout out Mike's T-shirt because normally Mike shouts out his T-shirt. That is a cool tee.
Yes, I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. Cause we're all dude. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger channel. Take your order.
Wow. Wow. So
It's on Hulu, I think.
they can keep it there.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you're not. You're not about to do this.
No,
I liked it, but I'm not gonna.
No, you're not gonna slander. So go ahead. It's we're introducing segments, ladies and gentlemen. Slanger slander coming
Good
up right
Burger's
now.
not on that list. It's not on that list. I just want to watch it. There's too many shows I need to catch up on for me watching something from '96. That's cheesy now. I gotta finish The Wire. Y'all talking about Good Burger? This is why you don't finish The Wire, because you're busy worried about Good Burger being on Hulu.
That's true. And I'm still watching Tiny Toon Adventures.
You really are stuck in 95 through 98.
Kinda.
Which is why I always bring up DMX and like Nori.
No, DMX is 98.
I said 95 through 98.
Oh yeah, you're right. What's wrong with Nori and DMX? Nothing.
I didn't say. See, you're doing it
There's
again.
nothing wrong. There's nothing
I didn't
wrong
say
with
there's
them.
anything wrong.
You know
I didn't
what's
say
funny?
there was.
For as corny as Nori is as a rapper, people love Nori. He's just
No, we're
likable.
not. No. You did that already.
likable.
We're not doing that segment again. You did that 2 weeks ago.
We
I don't
love
care if
Nori.
you're likable. This is a music podcast, not a likable podcast.
Nori is the older version of Dave East.
But nobody likes Dave East.
No, he's very liked. You can't do that.
And I don't know.
I'm not even a big fan. I found some music from him that I did like today, but I'm not gonna say he's not liked. But we should get, while we're talking about ironically, the song I liked from Dave East had Jay Electronica in it.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Speaking of Jay Electronica,
Mr. BBM Pingin himself.
hey, thank you so much to whoever leaked this album by finding it on a hard drive that Jay Electronica never wanted to see the light of day. And it sounds unfinished and unmixed, but I still love it.
Does he not like money?
I think he's very critical of his art.
He's like a guy
To the point where he doesn't want to get paid?
to a point where he doesn't release it because he wants it to be perfect. He
A
sounds like
decade is long enough.
he sounds like a guy that all three of us know who hates his music half the time, but is supremely talented. I'm talking about a guy named Irv the Villain. Check him out. Bandcamp. on your streaming platforms. He's pretty dope. But yeah, fuck that nigga, Jay Electronica. Let me tell you why. Fuck him. Fuck him. Fuck him. Motherfuck that nigga. You know why? Because we did not need this motherfucking Jay-Z album featuring Jay Electronica with that shit in the fucking tub.
No, we did not.
Okay?
Good.
That shit was fucking fantastic.
Fantastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
I have a question just for the fun part. Y'all know my taste. Would I like it?
No.
It's you can tell it's made in that it's made because of the references that he's saying. It's made in that Watch the Throne, Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's made in that time. And you can
hear time in music.
That album would have been a classic had it
Yes.
come out in that time.
Yes.
Well, that's my favorite time.
Then you might like it. You might really like it.
That album would have been a classic, and it makes perfect sense. So now, Shiny Suit Theory doesn't feel out of place.
Oh my God, the transition from Dinner at Tiffany's to Shiny Shoe Theory, my beautiful.
It makes perfect sense. It makes so much more sense, that record now, in the context. For me, that transforms the album for me. That transforms it transforms that record specifically, because now I know the context that it was originally meant to be placed in. It wasn't meant for that Jay Z and Jay Electronica album that came out. It was meant for that record. Now the song makes so much more sense.
And I love how he had Night of the Round Table, which is the beat that Ross used for Vegas residency.
Right.
It's the same.
Did he? Is the same sample? I swear, didn't Trey Songz use that sample too for?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I don't listen.
I think Trey Songz used that sample as well. It was interesting. I thought Jay has a really interesting beat selection. None of his beats are really poor. He has a really gritty, unfinished type of sound. It's like it sounds like it's not done, but it's intentionally done like that.
It's almost like Griselda stuff.
Yeah, in a sense, just with less boom bap.
Don't do it.
So basically, I'm gonna hear this album. I'm gonna be listening to it like this, like the Homer Simpson meme when he's sleeping on the dining room table. I just like. I'm asking.
What I'm saying is, don't go into it expecting to be blown away. Go into it with no expectations, really.
I try to do that all the time because I hate everything apparently.
But do you like Jay Electronica?
How would I know? He doesn't make music.
Well, I'm talking about the music that he made.
What, the 4 songs?
And the Jay-Z album.
Did
you like Exhibit C or A?
I love Exhibit C.
Okay, it's not that.
Okay.
So don't go into it expecting that. And it's not as tempo-y as the album with Jay. It sounds more of music that Jay Electronica would make to his core.
Okay.
Right. And I can actually see why he didn't want it out, because someone like some of the people in our group would say that is garbage because they don't understand the artist that he really is.
Well, we got a lot of people in our group that would love it because I feel like our group for the most part, or the people that are allowed in the group, they kind of favor that East Coast sound anyway.
Yeah. Side note, a lot of people in our group does not like Lil Wayne for some reason. And it's funny.
That goes into our East Coast thing because, some of them, I know a lot of them personally, they feel the way you feel actually. It's not that they hate him. Some of them do. Some of them feel like he's washed, or some of them feel that he gets too much credit.
Too much praise.
Yeah. So basically, everyone whose opinions are similar seem to be like they're in one pot, but it's really more than one type of Lil Wayne fan in the group. Because I know a lot of those guys actually like in person.
Okay.
So I didn't want people to be like, "Oh, y'all just host a group of Lil Wayne haters."
Yeah, because I seen that somebody said that y'all just haters, and it's like, no, we just happen to be from the same area and age group, so
Yeah,
we kind of view the world the same way because we grew up in the
exactly.
world the same way.
And some of those people might look our age, but they're actually younger than us. Some of those people are like 22. We're 29. That's 7 years. Makes a difference in your childhood years.
It's a big difference. They actually had Instagram when they was in high school.
Yeah.
Which we didn't get it till we was
20.
20.
I only have Twitter in high school.
Wow.
I didn't get Twitter till college.
Okay.
I had Facebook my last year of high school. Because I go on my on this day and wanna delete everything I ever wrote.
Got you.
But yeah, everybody go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Say what you're about to say. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question about it.
Everybody go listen to the J Electronica album right now. It's exclusively on Tidal, on your DSPs, or I think it's on SoundCloud. At one point it was on YouTube, but
Yeah,
definitely
they had to take that down, didn't they? Or did they?
nah, I don't know because I'm on
You should
Tidal.
never release your album on YouTube. That's the easiest way to get your stuff.
Well, he didn't release it. That was the issue.
No, I'm saying I'm just saying to put that out there as a tech as the tech guy. Never release your content on YouTube unless you're finally being stolen.
Yeah, just do it on OnlyFans.
That's actually smart. All jokes aside, I know you're trying to be funny.
No,
That's
I wasn't
really
joking.
smart.
I wasn't joking. I really wasn't.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with you, Quill. Give it a letter grade.
B plus. B
You give
plus.
it a letter grade. Oh,
I gave it a B plus only because it's unfinished. It's definitely not polished, and it's the wrong moment for this album. But so let me give it 2 grades.
Okay.
If it was released in the time that it was supposed to have been released in, I would consider it a notch below Good Kid, Mad City, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I consider it in that bracket, maybe
so
the bracket underneath. No, I'll consider them A pluses. I would.
So I'm saying for a notch below would be an A or an A minus.
I consider it a very high A, but not quite A plus.
What's an A from that era? What's Watch the Throne? A B plus?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fair. B plus.
B plus. That's a strong B plus.
I'm about to pick on y'all.
Once
you're done your grade.
I'm trying to think of something that's a A from that era.
From that era.
I can't think off the top of my head.
Just an A, not A plus.
I would have to see a list.
Yeah, that's weird because there's a lot of B's in that era, but B's that are easy to listen to.
It's a lot of stuff that didn't age.
It's funny that you say that because you'd be saying that. I'm like, it was fine to me.
Let me see. Sir Lucius Left Foot came out in 2010.
I barely remember the album when I listened.
The album was actually really good.
No, he makes good music still, even solo. I just don't remember it.
Thank Me Later.
Nah, it's a C plus.
C plus?
Yeah. Teflon Don.
B.
You gave it a B? I'm really high.
I give it a B plus.
I'm really
A minus.
B plus. I'm really high on Teflon Don. Pink Friday, forgettable.
C.
Distant Relatives, I wish never came out.
Pink Friday's a B plus.
That album. Recovery, no.
I don't remember the album too well. I liked it at the time though.
B. That's a White Trash Party and all that. B.
Yeah. Let's see. Lil Wayne's Rebirth.
I threw that out the window.
I'm not grading that.
T.I.'s No Mercy.
That's
I didn't care for that.
Nah.
Crit was here.
That's a A.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have a good skill going.
Live from the Underground.
Oh, yep. And
that's an A.
And the stimulus package, Freeway and Jake One.
Oh, that's an A.
That's an A.
So you have a little skill going. So where you think that? Where would you put it?
It really depends. It's hard. It is one. J Electronica gave me 2 of the best 15 albums I've heard this year. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. This one I'm going to enjoy listening to more than A Written Testimony, which I loved obviously because of my bias. But bias aside, I still loved everything about that album.
Jay Electronica's career would be so different if he released that album when it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
It really is that good.
I'm trying.
So
He must just be really hard on himself when he makes music. That just has to be what it is.
Cap, I'm gonna make a quick joke.
Please do.
This is why we established a grading scale, because you gave Detroit 2. I'm pointing like y'all know who I'm pointing to. But Mike, you gave Detroit 2 a B plus.
Yeah.
It's great for this time.
Production wise, yeah.
Interesting.
Sean does really well with productions. I just hate his try hard type of.
I think he puts,
Everything's try hard to you. Apparently,
No.
you like Sci-Hi.
no, but oh damn. But I think Big Sean puts albums well together outside of Hall of Fame. That was probably the only one where I was like, this is awful.
I don't remember Hall of Fame, so that's you probably owned something there.
Dark Sky Paradise was still amazing to me.
Dark Sky Paradise was his best album to me, but I'm not a fan. I'm just coming from somebody that the outside looking in.
You're trying to be a critical person. Yeah.
That's how, and just how I think Mike's favorite Drake album is Nothing Was the Same, and everybody hates that album.
And I love it.
Which one is that? The one with the blue background?
Yeah.
I don't know people that hate that album.
It's never considered one of his better albums. They hate it because it's rappity rap Drake, and people don't like rapper Drake.
And I prefer rapper Drake.
They'll be all right.
It's
a hip-hop podcast, so.
I like If You're Reading This Is Too Late. Fuck what Meek had to say.
I'm not gonna lie, I was already like tuning him out by then.
I don't care about who writes what or references.
Oh no, it wasn't had nothing to do with that.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
I'm not talking about you. I'm saying that didn't stop me from listening to that album.
And just to think, that's why people like Cardi B can exist in this space, because she's a hell of a performer.
Yep. And she made a great album, her first album.
Really
Yeah,
good.
it was cool.
Really good. It was beyond cool. It was really good.
It was an A.
It was an A.
No, I mean it wasn't an A for me. It was a B.
And you know what I appreciate? Either her or the people who manage her had a really great ear for beats, because I didn't hear a bad beat on that album. I thought all the songs, and she had really good album cuts. You know how somebody, and then this will segue into our next topic, somebody who is a rising star, they might have the singles, the
Yes.
Fat Joe syndrome. You have great singles and nothing on the album of substance.
Oh.
Fetty Wap was it?
Yeah, Fetty Wap.
I thought-
Great singles.
Not Busta
Nothing
Rhymes?
on the album.
Busta's next album is going to be the shit.
His what?
His next album, which comes out at the end of the month, that's going to be really good.
All right, well, let's talk about Prime Buster.
Prime Buster could really, he could carry an album.
Okay.
I've
I've heard that. That's not my opinion. I just heard.
No, Buster can make music. Buster can make albums.
I went to this concert actually.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I would have loved.
So that's not my opinion.
I would have loved to see Buster in his prime and
too.
show.
Yep.
And man, I still probably would pay, maybe not a lot, but I probably would pay to see Buster in concert. Just he's on the short list of bucket list rappers. I'm not a fan, but I still would go see Eminem.
I want to see Eminem. I actually wanted to go to the Eminem and Jay-Z one.
Y'all are confusing.
Well, it's the hip hop purists in us. We can't just not see them. You know, they're still on our list of guys.
I can. I don't like your music. It's a no show from Slang.
I mean, I want to go see Nas.
What does that mean? Do you not like Nas?
He's not the biggest fan.
I'm not.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, so it's usually me and Mike arguing Nas, right? And you're usually just watching. Oh,
I don't hate Nas, but I'm not a fan of, especially like of his new stuff. No.
Well, did you know you can't spell gymnasium without Nas?
Didn't know that.
Okay, because that was a stretch to make that work, huh? Get what I did there. So,
wait, that in itself was a stretch.
That's the point.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of leads us into our last topic, which was sparked on my Facebook actually. Just reading, perusing the timeline. Perusing, that's another good word for you, Mike.
I say cruising.
Yeah, cruising down my timeline, perusing the timeline, same goddamn thing.
Y'all don't just say scroll like regular people?
No, can't.
Oh my
Skull,
god.
skull.
We don't talk about bums on this podcast. Oh, on your field, they're not bums. My bad.
Yep.
So we there was a discussion on a young lady's page. She doesn't listen to this podcast, so I don't have to worry about her slandering us.
Damn it.
But she said, and I quote, that Usher ain't got shit on Chris Brown. Nothing. Did you hear that laugh in the background?
Yes, I heard it.
So she says that Chris Brown would smoke Usher in any forum, and I almost fell out. She almost got blocked. Mike has a tendency to block people. He doesn't even have to know them. I feel like Mike, once after the podcast, he's going to ask me for this young lady's name so he can block her.
Yep.
Just for the sake of blocking people.
I blocked you. I blocked your I blocked your mom's husband. Because he said Twister was better than Hove. He got instantly blocked.
Yeah, that's the type of shit that gets you blocked.
Instant.
So
why? I wouldn't even care.
So it sparked a question in my head. Legacy artists, guys who make music that is long standing, that
Jay-Z.
For example, Jay-Z. Guys who make music, or guys and gals who make music that are long standing compared to moment type of artists. Like Lauryn Hill could have been a long standing artist if she made more music.
Wait. How are we defining this? Because are we talking about
Lauryn Hill has been going on tours for one album for 25
Oh,
years.
so you're saying, okay, I see what you're saying. You're pretty much saying artists who continually make good, relevant music.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And music that just doesn't last in that spectrum of time. Music that continues on and on. Like, for example, as much as we hate him, let's bring up. She brought up in her post R. Kelly. Even though he's canceled, even though we're not really
dealing with music podcast, we're not. Yeah,
even though we're not dealing with him, his music is classic. It has stood the test of time.
But when he does his tours, they don't sell out.
No.
And
I think we give him.
And I've seen R. Kelly on tour.
And he does smaller type venues, doesn't he?
I'm gonna give you a hot take.
Okay.
I think he's a legend if you're talking about just listening to his music. Just listening to his music. I'm not talking about his celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
People want to compare him to Michael in our group. Some nasty memes or whatever you call them, those music posts be trying to compare him to Michael. No, because we know music, but you could tell somebody a Michael song from the 70s came out in the early 90s, then they would believe it somewhat. I'm saying not if you don't know, like we know better, but a young bull, like our kids growing up. So with R. Kelly, I don't think all his music aged that well. It just kind of sounds good, but it sounds a little funny. Like, so I heard Step in the Name of Love, and I was like, I guess I like this song, but it's not.
That was supposed to be played at black events for the rest of the time.
Yep.
Well, don't play at another event. Even if he wasn't canceled, don't play that bullshit.
So yeah, I agree.
So let's talk about maybe a Missy. What about Missy? Missy Elliott.
Missy's a legacy act.
That's dicey. Depends who you ask.
Well,
because I'm with you, Mike, but there's plenty of people that will listen and be like,
"Does her music?
That's a time capsule.
Does her music stand the test of time? Is her music
that's
still
subjective.
hot?
That's a little subjective.
We gotta do somebody bigger. Like Mariah Carey's a legacy act. Like she can go on tour for the rest of her life just doing her old stuff. She's Bruce Springsteen, Celine Dion. Yep. She's in that category.
Mm-hmm. Janet Jackson's the same way.
Janet Jackson's the same way. Like those people we don't even got to question. Like as far as hip hop, we only have a handful of those guys. Jay-Z is one, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan, y'all.
That's facts. That's not even subjective.
Yeah, I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's not subjective. It's a fact.
Snoop Dogg is another one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He's another one.
I'm trying to think of another one.
You-
Those are the guarantees.
You
Snoop
probably have to
Dogg and
put
Jay-Z.
Nas. You probably have to put Nas in there too.
Nah,
No, you
nah,
don't. Nah, no, I don't think so.
it
Wait.
depends.
See, that's why I say this is like dicey combo because it's like he's Nas sold out. Like, I mean, that's like different.
But no, but that's why I brought it here. Let's hash. it
Yeah,
out.
let's unwind
flesh-
this.
let's-
Okay,
let's flesh it out.
so see, because where I thought we were going with this was, we were comparing because the combo came about naturally when I said, or we said that Chris Brown does a lot of singles.
Oh, let's go back to that. Yeah, let's go back to that.
Yeah. Let's run it back. So let's flesh this out. Chris Brown. Chris Brown is 100% a singles artist.
But isn't that just a product of his time?
He's
It
doing
is.
that now because he's trying to get on playlists.
But that's what matters, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending who you ask.
He's not an album. He's the type of guy that drops 50 records and hopes that 2 of them stick.
Tupac would have been the same way today.
You know what? I hate you.
I couldn't tell you.
He used to make 20 songs a day.
Oh.
He would have just been unleashing all
Oh, that one was slander. Yeah, I get it.
I wasn't joking.
Lil Wayne would survive, like prime Lil Wayne. That would help him a lot. That would help him a lot.
Yeah, because Wayne at a time oversaturated the market, and that's what helped lead to really his downfall. He's never really recovered since then. But Wayne, even though Wayne is kind of he's a weird case to me because I feel like he's a little bit of both. Wayne made a lot of music for that moment in time, but his music really done, like he had those quick burner singles like Lollipop and a Millie and stuff like that, but they've aged well.
Yeah, I say so.
They've aged well.
But I always appreciated album Wayne more than mixtape Wayne. I think people gave him a crown, not to segue, but just to add on, people gave him a crown for that mixtape stuff, which is cool, but it doesn't take we might be critical of rappers, but a lot of rappers know how to rap technically. Like if you're talking about doing that punchline stuff on someone else's beat, that's not that hard for these lyricists.
I like what you're saying because that you really can't judge somebody off of that. That's like giving a basketball player a stature because he played great at Rucker Park all summer.
Right.
But he comes back in the NBA and he's still just an all-star player. Let me re-say that for Derek. I'm sorry, I gotta repeat, yo. I said, Derek, that to your point, I appreciate his albums more than his mixtapes. That's like giving praise to a basketball player who plays great at Rucker Park all summer and then comes back to the NBA and still just an all-star. Manu Ginobili is still Manu Ginobili in the NBA, but when he played for his country, he was a gold medalist damn near every other year. So that's why I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a whole different animal to be lyrical on your own stuff and still have a point. I don't think that's why Wayne fans are annoying. They don't even give him the credit he needs because he did well on his own albums. Ain't they talking about him rhyming words with Antetokounmpo or whatever? It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Quill's original point. Sorry for the segue.
So what Quill is basically saying is Usher can go on a tour today, a Confessions tour today, and it would sell out.
Yep.
Chris Brown cannot go on a graffiti tour and it gains any traction.
But we could argue, I'm being devil's advocate because I think I act a little newer than y'all as far as the way my habits. Chris Brown could sell out on just having a playlist that people like, maybe. Because he's a Wells Fargo artist.
And Usher couldn't?
No, that's not what I'm saying. This is not a contrary argument. I'm saying that this is what makes Chris Brown big to people who will view him as a legacy artist later, maybe. Because it's a different market. So that's why when you asked the question in the group chat, I said I would naturally pick Usher if it was a versus format or something. But their legacy in some of these artists isn't their albums. That's just the standard we created for, or the standard we live by. But for someone who's 18, I drove people, like when I used to Uber, that album stuff don't matter to them. They just care. They add his great stuff to a playlist and they're good with that. Not saying it's correct for our standard, but we can't tell 19-year-olds how to think.
I'm definitely
unless they're being disrespectful.
I'm definitely the old man.
Our culture.
I'm definitely the old man. Get off my lawn, because I like albums. I like hearing stuff in context of the album.
Yep.
You know, beyond just even the singles. I like to hear how the singles are integrated into the album. I like hearing that.
I do too. I'm just able to step over a little bit to their view. See, so I'm with you.
I get a little bit more stuck in that regard.
But that's what we're used to. That's what we was brought up in.
Exactly. Right. Like my stepdad, who's born in the 60s, made a great point. He was like, he's from West Africa. So his teachers will be like, yo, back then I used to go and fetch my water. He grew up in the 70s and 80s. And he's like, I don't fetch water. I have a faucet. Like, you're also going to tell me how I used to read books of candlelight? I don't care. We got light bulbs. I don't care. That's how we're going to sound to an extent if we don't consider the way they think. Not saying that the way they think is correct, just different. Because eventually Chris Brown will be an old man, and he might matter to them.
He may. Or he may fall off like Bobby Brown did.
That's true too.
How long was Bobby Brown's prime?
Not very. It wasn't.
It wasn't that
long.
long.
Chris Brown already passed him then, because Chris Brown started popping in 06.
You think Chris Brown's still in his prime?
No, but he's still he peaked already, but he's still doing pretty good numbers. Like that song with Young Thug I mentioned was a top 10 song in the country.
He's on the back half of his prime. Let's put it like that. He's on the back end.
Either way, it's not a fall off. It might have lowered, but he's not like off the cliff.
Yeah,
he's not where he should be.
That's true too.
I don't like saying should, but I see what you're saying.
Well, I mean, with that,
you saying he's more talented than where he is. Like, yes, okay, fair enough.
So what do you think now? So these are newer artists. I think it matches the social media age, this 24-hour news cycle perfectly. These guys now are releasing albums, releasing mixtapes and EPs and projects so quickly. Everything is such a quick burner. You don't give time for anything to marinate. But then again, I think the attention span has gotten shorter.
They'll be forgotten
for this generation.
If they don't release music as much as the Baby or Lil Baby or Baby, you're gonna get lost in the shuffle.
Both babies make a lot of music.
They have to,
and they make long albums. They don't make 10 and 11 song albums. They're making 16, 17, 18 track records.
Gotta get my streams up, baby.
Twice a year.
Gotta get my streams up.
Hey, I respect it. You know, it's very rare. You
just gotta adapt to the market.
You don't get the Kendricks who come out once every 3-4 years.
And they're lucky, not lucky, but Kendrick, Big Sean, J. Cole, Wale, they came out last decade in the first half where they're like hybrid artists to me. They kind of fit in with this streaming thing, but at the same time, they already have their fans from last decade.
Because they know what it's like to sell 300,000 copies.
Yep. J. Cole did it best with Middle Child. He explained it perfectly. He's like, I'm little bro and big bro all at once.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That's perfect. Yep,
that's
you're right.
Exactly really what it is. I just find it interesting. Like, I just find it hard for music to really be substantial if it was meant to be digested quickly and moved on from. I think that's really the root of maybe what I'm getting at.
That's one of my art nerd moments. The more you commercialize something, the more it can lose its value. And that's why I say art and commercialism kind of needs a happy medium. And right now, we're past the happy medium. It's so commercialized that we can't absorb it for what's supposed to be. Like, you play a song that's 2 months old, your 15-year-old cousin or nephew or whatever is gonna be like, why do you play all old songs? I didn't play nobody who came out before 2016, and he said all my songs are old. I played Lil Baby, The Baby, Mulatto, the Bulls sings that Uno song, all that weirdness on Fire 99, and he called my music old.
That's because these kids don't know the feeling of digging in the crates or going to FYE and going through the CDs. They don't know that feeling. They just know, like you said, what's on a playlist 2 days
Well,
from now.
I'm gonna be honest, Mike. Neither do I. I had Napster.
You know, wow.
You never went to FYE and went through the CDs?
I did, but I was fed up with having to buy it, so I became a computer guy, and here we are now.
Yeah, I went and I even now I go into Target.
I be forgetting they have a music section sometimes.
I don't even.
They do got vinyls though.
They got vinyls, and I collect vinyls now. So that's one of the things I go in. I just take a peek. I see what they got. Ever so often, you run into something and you have to buy it.
I got the Thriller vinyl from Target.
That's one of the things that I'll be looking into. But it's when I got Miseducation, a Lauryn Hill from vinyl from there, and just a couple other really good classic, like some classic Motown stuff like that. But I still find myself just thumbing through the music, just see what's out there, what's going on, what's hard copy. You don't really see, you don't get that nostalgia. Yeah, I fully integrated. I do all of my music digitally now, just about, but I still enjoy. That's why I like going in the title. I love title. I like getting all like who's doing the writing, who's doing the compositions, who's doing the production. I used
to read the booklets when I bought a new CD. I sit there and read the thank yous.
I love it. I still love it. But these kids now, they don't care about. They don't.
Well, it depends on the kids, but
that's because Instagram is there for your thank yous.
No, we can't do that though, because there's kids that are music purists.
No, I'm not saying every kid. I'm saying
because
it just don't matter.
I got you, but I think what we gotta keep in mind is you guys are music purists for even back then, because I became more of a music purist later than y'all. Y'all seem like y'all like birthed in it. I said, you know what, this stuff's really cool. I'm about to deep dive into this and go back. So I'm saying that to say that I think you could be a music purist. It's just that you gotta show it in a different way these days.
Okay.
Because my brother's 17 and he listens to a lot of what y'all listen to actually, and that's a big age gap.
That's the beauty of playlists, is that you can get just a 96 playlist. And you can listen to all the great songs from 1996 in hip hop.
And then you branch off from there. You discover artists, you discover a niche you like, and you go from there.
It's just that, like you said, I grew up in a time where I heard a song and I wanted to hear the album that the song came from.
And there's a little bit more anticipation because you got to tell yourself, all right, I'm going to go to 69th Street and get that album. And you're on the bus or in the car waiting the whole time. Whereas now they kind of take it for granted because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And I'm still like this. I'm the type of guy now, if I hear a song, I hear a sample I like, I'm the type of guy, I'm even going for the sample. I need to see, I want to check that out. I want to check that sound out. I get introduced to a new sound, a new feel. And I guess that's why I hate lazy samples on the radio now that sample stuff that I grew up on, because it's like, shit, like, why are you, like, this is like the lazy and uninspired compared to the sampling, I guess, from when I was growing up.
Can I expand on your lazy point?
Yeah.
That's the commercialism thing, because you're churning out things so quickly. Sometimes, like, there's a machine that's, you have a chance to make it good, but, like, this has been an issue for maybe the past century with commercialism of art. Think about it. Like, the idea of a painting was you take your time, you make that painting, and you sell it for a lot. Now, you get these posters from Walmart. They might look cool, but they're only worth $7 because they're made in a factory.
Right.
So the parallel for music is these EPs and these singles that never land on an album come out every week. You go on It's Lit playlist, or you go on the Rap Caviar playlist. Y'all should look up the Rap Caviar thing. A lot of people say that's what is, I say in quotes for the audio listeners, what's killing hip hop. They just make the music too quickly. So it's like it's getting churned out of a factory.
Yeah.
So I like that you said the lazy sample thing. Why would they put time into it? People are liking it.
Right, because I grew up on Blueprint Kanye. So it's like, coming from that, coming from the end of Dr. Dre's real prime. Well, I don't even want to say the end, but like his second prime, I would say, because I feel like he's one of those rare artists that had two primes.
What Dr. Who? Dr. Dre said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Name some artists that had two.
Jay-Z. Jay-Z's in the middle of one of the best second primes you'll ever see.
This might be his third.
It could be. It could be. I mean, he's pushed the boundaries. You know what? If Nas can continue, I need another album from Nas. If Nas can continue, if he can give me another album like King's Disease, it might be a second prime for him.
Though you don't like him, Eminem's in a second prime.
Yep, he's in another prime. He's not at his peak, but it's like, it's not. He's recognizing now. I think he's really taking heed to what the people are saying. He listens. He's still keeping his style. Right.
That's his issue. He listens too much.
He's still keeping his style, but he's definitely entering a second prime. And I think you'll see cats like Timbaland. Timbaland's been heavy on the social media and making music. I think you'll start to hear more stuff from him. He's the type of guy that can be a candidate for a second prime. It's rare. I mean, and it's not even. I think social media has allowed a lot of these guys to hang on a little bit longer. Look at Snoop.
That's what you're talking about, though.
Look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg hasn't been necessarily extremely relevant in music, but his social media presence.
But that's different though, because that's why I say when you were already big, you have the privilege to be that way. Because my mom doesn't listen to rap at all, and she knows Snoop Dogg. She thinks she's a Snoop Dogg fan. So it's like that was before social media.
Well, he's the Shaquille O'Neal of hip hop, as in the most recognizable.
Bingo. So he would have been this big without social media because he was in our faces before Instagram was a thing.
Love Snoop. Look at what look at LL Cool J. Well, I guess he's the same. It's the same premise.
Yeah. So like, it's gonna be interesting to see who hangs around
from this era.
That's gonna be interesting to see
who hangs around.
Okay, let's put it on tape real quick. Finish your point. I'm gonna ask a question, Quill. My bad.
Is not that in between, that weird in between era, I like to call it the transitional era. The Coles, the Kendricks, the Wale's, the Meeks, and those
Big
cats.
Sean.
Big Sean. That's transitional into really this way, because you even see it now. Future fell off. Yeah. Migos were the hottest thing smoking.
What's a fall off for them? Is he not just taking a break?
They're not. It's not even just taking a break. They're just, the relevance isn't there, because now it's Roddy Ricch. Now it's Lil Baby, and you're,
it's stuff that they do, but do it better.
Exactly.
Well, Future had an okay 8 years. I mean, I'm gonna say good 8 years. I'm not gonna sound like a hater.
But that 2015 to what 2017.
Oh, you couldn't touch Future. You couldn't touch him.
For 2 years, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see. Roddy Ricch is going through something like that now. It seems like everything he touches is incredible. So
okay, see, I don't pay attention to Future as much, so I can't. But I didn't realize he was considered falling off.
Oh, it's happening. But ladies and gentlemen, we were having a great conversation here between us and everybody. In danger, keeping us from being in danger of going far too long. I think this is a good place to stop for today. But let's get some final thoughts in.
Wait, I'm sorry. I really want to get this question off before we do final thoughts. Who do you think would survive from this era, just so we can have it on wax? Like not the last, like the J. Cole's in them, because they already did it 10 years. They around. Like,
you're saying I really don't know.
That's
okay,
hard.
I'm gonna do a random guess then.
I say, even though she's mired in controversy right now, Megan.
That's my guess.
Megan has the talent to carry a long period of time
and the likability.
Even Cardi has stayed relevant, even though she's another one.
She's like 3 years though.
She's like the Kim of this generation. she doesn't have to write her stuff to be, I think she'll have definite carryability. I'm just made up a word. And the baby. I think the baby is I think he makes substantial enough music, even though I think he's a moment rapper. I think his stuff will age well when we really sit back and listen to it 10 years
I
from
like
now.
him, but I wouldn't be shocked if he's gone in 4 years.
It wouldn't
One,
surprise me either.
one of them babies gotta get out of daycare.
Lil Baby's probably gonna be a thing for a while. The 17-year-olds swear by him. Even people our age love him. So you got those two bases. It's probably a wrap for a little bit.
I'll take your word for it.
Right.
Mike's like, I don't know. I don't care.
I really don't know, so I really don't have an opinion.
I got you.
Right.
All right. So I guess final thoughts.
So let's tie it up. What you got for us, Slanger?
Y'all go, because I was talking too much, so I forgot it.
Come
back to me.
Y'all will not ever disparage the Pennsylvania State University. We are Penn State. You will not disparage wrestling, the WWE especially. It has its warts, yes. It is theater. It is theater, yes.
Clearly,
Yes.
clearly, that's what we were saying the whole time.
Yes.
Sorry for cutting you off.
Yes,
I'm breaking the rules.
Yes, the finishes are scripted. Yes, the finishes are scripted. They are predetermined. But the matches themselves, especially for the great ones, those are matches that are built on chemistry, built on timing, built on skill. So yes, it does take, you have to be good at what you do. You have to be great at your craft to really be able to let people suspend their disbelief, like I talked about. And that's my take.
Thank you so much for describing Hamilton.
You wanted that one, Quill.
Yeah, you talking about his theater. You talking about
That's
fucking Hamilton.
All you did was agree with us. All you did was agree with us.
Shut the fuck up. My final take is 10/10/2000. This is 10/10/2020 is going to be the 20th anniversary of one of my favorite albums of all time, The Understanding by Memphis Bleak. And it would be on 10/10 is the 20th anniversary. So Memphis Bleak, thank you so much for the understanding. Not understanding. I don't understand wrestling. Ain't nothing but Hamilton with people touching each other. Go ahead, Slanger.
My take
and vote for Joe Biden.
My take is, you kind of stole it from me. I was going to say wrestling is Power Rangers live, because you have to be skilled to be on Power Rangers, because it's actual martial arts.
Wrestling is sex scenes on cable.
Okay, so I'm Netflix responded. Hold on, I can't even get the point out.
Yo, wrestling is the L word. That's what it is.
So
I hate you all.
shout out to Netflix. They responded to the pressure Disney Plus tried to put on them, and they're putting out a lot of good content while reviving old content.
Yeah.
Girlfriends is a good binge watch.
Yep, underrated show.
I
Underrated
never watched
show.
Girlfriends.
Mike,
Amazing.
it's worth your time. It's actually
Well,
ahead of its time too.
my cousin used to work on there.
Really?
Yeah. Do you ever watch The Game?
Where you going?
I'm serious. The show The Game.
Yeah, it's a spinoff from The Game.
Yes.
The Game's a spinoff from Girlfriends. Yes.
My cousin is TT.
Is he really?
Yes.
Are you saying that because people say, do people think
No.
y'all look like, or are you trying to be funny?
No, that's really my cousin.
That's cool.
I went out to LA both times to go visit him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, that's really my cousin, Barry Floyd.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad to see somebody pursue something that's hard to get into and do well at it.
And he was not trying to be an actor. He wanted to be behind the scenes. He was actually just trying to be a writer.
Oh, okay. Well, tell Barry, congratulations for him doing well then.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Girlfriends is a good binge watch.
He started on Girlfriends.
Okay. It was ahead of its time. The writing's good. The story's good. I'm only on season 2, but so far the story and writing is really good. And it has themes that of problematic things things that are problematic in Black culture. They spoke on it very early, and that's 20 years ago. And
I gotta watch it.
you should. You really should. It's an easy watch because it's 22-minute episodes. Easy watch. And Avatar is still the greatest show in the past 15 years.
Wasn't shut up. Wasn't Netflix supposed to get all the Nickelodeon shows that we used to watch?
They have a deal with Nickelodeon, so they are able to get on with any show they want. But I don't think they're going to do that all at the same time. They have a Viacom deal.
A little bit at a time.
But that's not for us. That's more for the kids to keep them, like, shows are going to come out that they're going to be excited for and they're going to go to school and talk about.
I don't care about them. I only care about us.
You have a son.
Wow.
Who's that?
Anyways,
I'm joking. Love you, Sai.
Signing off for Avatar slang, Mr. You can't say slang without ang. There
and Mr.
Go.
Mike Money Biden.
Mike Money Biden, aka the $750 hoe, aka Prosecco Mike, aka Mikey Rose,
aka one of the lesbians on the L word.
There you go.
AKA Mikey Bleak.
Yes, sir.
My name is Quill Will. This has been the Three Guys with Common Sense podcast, and we're out.
Good episode, y'all.
I'm a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. Because we're all dudes.
All right, yo.
Fuck off.